PTSS, PTSD. P is post traumatic slavery disorder or post traumatic slavery syndrome. That's what I meant to say in the previous video that I did earlier today, because I'm wearing the same shirt. But I was holding this instead, and I got a cut off at the end. Anywho, it's a lot to be said. There's a new channel that I recently watched because I want to repatriate to Africa eventually, somewhere down the line. Her name is Art Kathy with a C, and it looks like she went to Africa sometime either the beginning of this year or the end of last year. I don't know. I only saw about maybe 5 or 6 of her videos. It's just that she's speaking a lot of the truths that I hear. I think she believes in total and complete segregation, but I don't really fully know because, like I said, I just started watching her channel. And like I said, just like Young Pharaoh, I'm feeling you. I get you. I understand you. I relate. And I don't feel that we should do that 100% because how do we know what's going on in the world if we're not connected to the world? It's like, doesn't mean like Pharaoh said, we can go party together, we can hang out, we can do sporting events together, it's just that there is a 75% that has to be totally and completely separated, segregated, and completely dedicated to the unity of the individual race. I understand. I fully understand that. Look, I feel that there's so many different types of beings on this present planet that we're living on, and because of the fact that there's so many beings, so many different beings on this earth, it's nothing wrong with us having a separate type of environment and then at times coming together as a unit, especially if it's not like saying my race is better than your race. That is not what it's saying. It is not just because I'm separate don't mean I'm better than you. It just means that I have to eliminate this postpartum slavery disorder, postpartum slavery syndrome from the rooter to the tutor. And once we're able to do that, and the generations after that are being reincarnated without this complacency to the traumatic experience, like she said, some of us saw people being hung for trees and went right back to work. Some of us saw people being beaten and went right back to work, as if to say, oh, just like I remember one time my sister said, living in New York, it's a lot of people and you cannot feel every single thing that goes on in order to survive in New York. And it was rush hour and she was going to work, and she said there was which appeared to be a homeless person, but she don't really know because she never really asked, that was laid out, and it was this person was laying in an area where people were stepping over the person, not asking him, are you okay? Do you need any? No, they was just stepping over him as if he was just a slight obstacle in the way of them getting to work. That mentality says something. It says something and I think that that's the way, not all of us, some of us as Africans in the diaspora, that's how we behave when something traumatic like this that man could have been dying, he could have been dead, he could have needed some type of assistance, but we looked at it as, oh, it's just another obstacle in the way, I'll just step over it. Anywho, that says something about where we're at in this world. People are tired of stepping over, the traumatic incidents that's happening in the world. Oh, and I also have to say, there's a. I realize that I'm not using a fifth of my brain power. I realize that, and I really do feel that that's a part of the healing. Um, and it's not in a book. 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 That may be the beginnings in a book to ignite the the release or creativity that's going to get to the usage of the brain and the usage of the DNA that we have that we don't even use right now. I just know that all the answers are not in the book. I know that for sure. We got two more squirrels. See? They come. It'll adjust eventually. Oh, they disappeared. They disappeared. They come. I don't know if you can see. He's coming right up to the door. Hi, Amanda. Amanda, is that you? Huh? Amanda. Hi, Amanda. Hi. Yeah. Anyway, that's the opening to the doorway of consciousness. The healing. We have to heal. Post-traumatic slavery syndrome. Yes, post-traumatic slavery disorder. Because there's two different categories. Some of it is a huge disorder where it's like we're so comfortable in this disorder that the idea, when people bring up ideas about going to Africa, it's like it's such a strong resistance. And it's such fear attached to that. It's fear attached to going to Africa. And Africa is the hugest continent. It's huge. It's like you can fit all the continents in Africa and still have space. So please don't leave the door open, the screen door open. Thank you very much. Anywho, it is a traumatic disorder. It's a traumatic syndrome that we're going through. And there's a breakthrough. That's what we need to release. We need to heal ourselves from the traumatic slavery disorder. And I think that there's different forms and level of it because Africa has been colonized also. And if you get the history from young Pharaoh that does the rundown, and he says the original enslavers weren't not the Europeans, they came later. The original enslavers are the ones that's over in Israel enslaving people to this day. And I think that's why I said it's important to know the history. It's important to know the truth. The truth is very important. I love the way he speaks. He delivers the information like a warrior because he is. And that's a beautiful thing because we need warriors. We need to be able to have enough energy in us to fight the wrongs. Hello? Because you're not going to do it through all love. Even though I'm a loving person, I'm about love and peace. You're not going to be able to do it with only love. I'm not saying fight fire with fire. I'm saying there's a time and a place for everything. There's a time, there's a place for everything. Because I don't know, maybe there's a way for love to stop a bullet, but right now, love is not going to stop a bullet. I mean, if you utilize love in your brilliance, maybe there's a way that you can avoid the bullet. I just don't know that way right now. Right now, I know and I see a place for the warrior. I do see a place for the warrior. it's the elements that exist on the prison planet. There's a lot of energy that is not in line with the energy that is like, this is not right. I love who I am. I want some truth. I accept the truth. All that good stuff. Anyway, let me close out before I get cut off because I see I'm at the 10-minute mark. And like I said, I don't know if the video is up, but my very first video got stuck in iMovie. So I am now filming on the booth in the Mac. And we'll see how this works out. Anyway, peace, 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 peace. Love, 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 love. And the warriors, that's the warriors. Loving you, appreciate you. Keep doing what you do. We need you all right now. Peace. The squirrel. He's back. He's back.